Trump voices optimism on cooperation with China against NK. U.S. President Donald Trump on Sunday voiced optimism on cooperation with China to bolster its policy of extended deterrence against North Korea, following the wrap-up of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in Vietnam. The APEC summit marks the near end of U.S. President Donald Trump's 12-day Asia tour, which Trump has so far used as a platform to address and denounce Pyongyang's decades-long nuclear drive and its threats to regional security. President 11 of China has stated that he is upping the sanctions against North Korea, said he wants them to denuclearize, Trump said in a tweet from Hanoi, referring to a talk with his Chinese counterpart 11 Jinping on the sidelines of the summit. Progress is being made, he added. 11 had previously pledged to strictly implement the latest United Nations Security Council resolutions against North Korea, in a joint statement with Trump, during the U.S. President's state visit to Beijing last week. Trump has been repeatedly asking Beijing to use its economic clout against the North, as it accounts for 90% of the reclusive nation's foreign trade. He has also expressed frustration over China's lukewarm and vague response toward the request. China is expected to pile on its September ban of shutting down North Korean-owned businesses there by early January, on top of cutting off gas and limiting shipments of refined petroleum products. Crude oil, which represents a large portion of China's energy supply to the north, was not subjected to the ban. In the joint statement, Trump strongly urged the international community to join in the movement to further isolate North Korea to bring about its denuclearization. We agreed not to replicate failed approaches of the past, and there were many, said Trump. All responsible nations must join together to stop arming and financing and even trading with the murderous North Korean regime. The U.S. president also said that increased cooperation between Washington and Beijing wields the power to finally liberate this region and the world from this very serious nuclear menace. In a separate tweet, Trump said he talked with Russian President Vladimir Putin about Russia's role in the current nuclear crisis. Met with President Putin of Russia, who was at APEC meetings. Hope for his help to solve, along with China, the dangerous North Korea crisis. Trump also tweeted a response to Pyongyang's criticism of his Asia trip. It had called him an old lunatic. Why would Kim Jong-un insult me by calling me old, when I would never call him short and fat? He said. Oh well, I try so hard to be his friend, and maybe someday that will happen. North Korea said reckless remarks by an old lunatic like Trump will never scare us or stop our advance, in an official statement issued Saturday by its foreign ministry. It also labeled Trump's Asia trip a warmonger's trip for confrontation. The exchange between the two was of a more moderate tone compared to their recent war of words after the North's sixth and largest nuclear test on September 3. Trump had threatened to totally destroy North Korea on its ongoing provocations toward the U.S. and its allies. North Korea has been taking its longest hiatus in military provocations in recent months, despite its warnings of detonating a hydrogen bomb over the Pacific. But senior government officials and experts in South Korea and the U.S. are taking note of the North's fast-developing weapons program, which many believe is nearly complete. On Sunday, Japan's Asahi Shimbun reported that Pyongyang has conducted a series of combustion experiments for a new solid fuel